to that card. I don't care if it's 0% or not. And the reason why is when you charge greater than 50% of the limit of your credit card, you hammer your credit score. So what happens is as we're moving debt to 0%, your credit score is going to come up. Let me show you how that works. For example, if I take $2,900 off that 65 by balance transferring it to a new 0% credit card, all right, this balance right here drops from 6,500 down to 3,600. And that's below 50% of the balance of this card, so you get another credit score increase. You see that I always want to keep, this is the percentage of the credit that you're using on the card, this number here. So as we're stair-stepping out into 0%, our credit score is going up. But for time's sake, we're going to take all these to 0, and we're going to go to 14.8. We're moving all to 0% on multiple cards. We may have 5, 6, 7 cards. It's pretty common. I'm finishing up a lot of people right now. Once we do get the line of credit open, get everything moved to 0%, you go into autopilot. I have a lot of students going into autopilot right now. So what happens, these payments go away, and actually your first month, you don't have a payment on your credit cards because the statement doesn't show up. So we're going to move the whole 76.96, 76.59 to 0%. We're going to eliminate that payment, and there'll be new payments on the 0%, and I'll show you what those are. So now, actually I can just put them in now. This would be $148. When you don't have any interest on a credit card, they charge you about 1% of the balance as a payment. So let's look at what happens to your monthly cash flow. Why is that doing that? There we go. This number should have changed. Let's change it. All right, there we go. All this stuff is gone. We're saving $500 a month in this. Some of you may be saying, well, what about the balance transfer fees? Well, we were paying like $500 a month in interest here, right? We usually get it back in a couple months versus, what the interest you were paying. So it makes total sense to transfer. We're going to get 12 months 0% balance transfers up to 18 months. And I also have a way to do balance transfers and avoiding a transfer fee in some cases, but I won't get into that now. All right, so now let's look at my cash flow. Bam. Our cash flow went from $300 to a plus $1181 a month. That's called a clearing, an alignment, right? We're going to put you in alignment to be able to start paying off your debt. Now, let's go to the line of credit and see what happens. We're in month 1. We paid $20,000 towards consumer debt. We're depositing our paychecks in, right? We're paycheck parking, merging our cash flow with our debt. We reduce our average daily balance of our debt, right? We pay our mortgage payment. We deposit our paycheck. We do not have those living expenses, remember, month number 1, because we're going to put all of our living expenses on one rewards credit card. You get through with month number 1, bam, our balance is $15,768. I bet you some of you can guess what we're going to do. We're going to write a check for the difference between the limit on the line of credit and the balance towards some debt, right? So what's $20,000 minus $15,768? Feel free to start typing stuff in a little question box there if you think you know the answer. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yeah, someone lost audio. Sorry, I couldn't help that. All right, so now the balance is equals $42.32. Same number as before. So we're going to write a check. Why is it doing that? $42.32. We got a little error here. Hang on just a second, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Write a check for $42.32 so your balance is maxed out, and we're going to write it towards a debt rather than move it to 0% cards, or we're going to pay off a 0% card before it's due. So I'll just subtract it from the 76.76. 76.76 minus 42.32, I think it was. Well, we almost paid off your card, didn't we? So now that balance is actually $34.44. And then the payment drops to $35. All right, so that's month number 1. We don't have any